Alright everybody, thought I'd finally get to this and do a gun collection video. So, starting off with the pistols, of course this might take a minute. Starting off with the Taurus TX22. We are clear, everything, we're good. This is a 22 long rifle, little plinking handgun. I love this thing. Very fun to shoot. It's budget friendly. I won't say it's cheap. I mean, it is a little cheap, but I'd say it's budget friendly. Okay, and it's very fun at the range if you just want to go plank and have fun and not spend a bunch of money on ammo. You can also get good training in with this. Training with reloads, everything. Just not with the recoil of like a 9mm or something. But this is pretty cool. Got a little O-light on there. Trigger's actually not bad. And you do have an external safety on this. 3-dot wide sights. I did this stipple job. It doesn't come like this. So, I have not had any issues with this. Really fun gun. That's number one. We're going to keep moving. Everything else is pretty much bigger calibers except for one revolver, which is also 22. But I'll get to the revolvers after the semi-autos. Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield Plus. This one is 9mm, and this was my carry gun. This tiny little thing. And this did very well as a carry gun. 3-dot wide sights. And you have your mag here that with the extension. 13-round mag plus one in the pipe. So you can get a full 3 fingers on here. This one actually worked very good. And I think the Plus gave it a really good trigger pull. Yeah, trigger is pretty good on this. It's light, it's not very cumbersome. It's pretty thin as you can see. So for a carry option, it's one of the better ones. I carried this for a long time. I like it. Now it just sits nice and clean in its box because I don't really use it. It's my backup carry gun if the case my primary carry gun fails. So I kept it. I really do like this thing. It's a little pricey when it first came out, but this is what we're working with for now with a backup concealed carry. So here's this. This one also does come with a safety here. This one is my carry gun. Concealed carry. It's got the green dot, hollow sun, and this is the P365X. This one is clear. You can see that really bright glow-in-the-dark green dot on the front and glow sights in the rear. I love this thing to death. See that crazy looking trigger there? So it is clear. You see the empty chamber there, no mag in there, and this trigger pull is it's alright. Reset's good. Yeah. It is ergonomically, it's better than the Shield for me. I think, you know, this one's got the frame on it. It doesn't need the mag extension to get a full grip. Front and rear serrations. Everything works on it very well. I shoot it well. Still getting used to the red dot. This is the only weapon I have with a red dot on it, handgun wise. So that's the concealed carry. I usually carry this appendix, and I love it. Very good feeling gun. You also got the macro and all that other stuff. I just got the regular X here. Moving on, P320 carry. This one is clear, no mag. This one I also have a stipple job. Horrible. The pattern looks decent, but this is my first borders I ever did with a Dremel. Don't recommend it. Trigger on this isn't bad. I have a TLR1 on there. 3-dot glow sights. Yeah, you can't really see that too well. But this is a great pistol, especially for the money. These are not too expensive at all. And you can definitely carry this. I have it as a truck gun. Stays in my center console. and really cool gun to have. Fun to train with. So if you just want a duty oriented / carry gun / kind of do it all, this is kind of the Glock 19, somewhat of the SIG world. I like it. I've had no problems with it. I know sometimes people say that there's like a, you could possibly hit the back of this when it's loaded and it'll go off. Maybe some models did have that issue. I'm not sure. I've had 0 issues with this one. And it's a very smooth shooting gun too. Like it has a very high center mass when shooting. All this stuff up top going back, but it doesn't feel that way. It actually shoots really well. Moving on, this one is loaded because this is my home defense gun, so I'm going to keep it loaded. This is my Beretta M9A3, and this thing is sweet. Some hair, and I got the matching TLR1 to look good on it. 3-dot night sights. It's got the external safety on it. That's why I wanted this as my bedside gun, to have that. So there's a physical safety. It's nighttime, whatever you're sleeping, you wake up, something's going on. I want to be able to grab this and not worry about accidentally shooting it until I know that it's off safe. And it's double action. I already have one of the pipes, so I could just pull the trigger and get going from there. I do have some hollow points in there. This thing is sweet. Definitely worth the money. If you can pick one of these up, I would. It's got the threaded barrel on it. Yeah, sexy. I love how this thing looks. Next one's a IWI Jericho. This one is pretty cool. It's a fun shooter. Steel frame, really thin slide there, and you can see it rides very deep inside the frame, kind of like a CZ. Pretty sweet. I like this. It's a fun shooting gun. That huge beaver tail really digs itself in, so it's very naturally pointing and shooting for me. I can shoot this thing pretty fast. Only thing I don't like about it really is because there's so less, like there's not a lot of material here to grab onto when you want to cycle the action. And it's really slick up here, like it's almost not worth it. You can't, it's not practical. You couldn't really charge it from up here if you wanted to. So that's the one thing, but this is a great gun. I love this little IWI Jericho. Good trigger pull on it. Really smooth trigger pull, and it's double action. So, pretty sweet little gun here. Next up, here's the Rock Island Armory. Make sure we're all clear here. It's the 1911 A2 F-TAC, or FS TAC. Tactical. Yeah, this thing's freaking sweet though. It did not come like this. Well, when I bought it, it was like this, but obviously I bought it used. Somebody did this cool like blue inlay on the slide and all these brushed look around the frame here. I think that looks so cool. And it's got that really nice glowing fiber optic on the front, blacked out in the rear. Standard 1911 style functions, ergonomics. It is a double stacked 9mm. It's got the full length frame on there, the rails. I just love how this looks. Trigger on it's phenomenal. That's just, boom, the wall's right there. Super easy break, and then resets right there. It's basically a cheat code. This thing shoots extremely flat. This would be a very good competition gun if that's what you were wanting. And these Rock Islands, these are not expensive. I think this brand new is like $700. I got this for $500. All I needed to do was change out the extractor. You see that shiny, nice new Wilson Combat extractor on there. Yes, I love this thing. Once you shoot a double stack, a 9mm 2011 style gun, and you feel how smooth and easy it is to shoot, get follow-up shots, the recoil impulse, everything. It's kind of hard to shoot anything else afterwards. So I can only imagine what the people feel that have shot a staccato. This is the closest I've gotten to a staccato. It shoots very good. I'm not comparing it to one, but this same style of gun will definitely change your mind about shooting pistols. Last one for the semi-auto 9mm. It's Mechanic Mete SFX. This thing is sweet. Okay, it's got that chrome stainless looking barrel, fluted threaded barrel. It's got the 1 dot on the front, blacked out in the rear. You see that little striker. Oh yeah, this thing has a very sweet trigger on it. And you got the mag well here, easy to do mag changes. This would be a fun competition gun too, especially if you're just getting into it, because these are not very expensive. But the trigger on these is phenomenal for a striker fired gun. So you have the safety here, take up, and you're at a wall right there. Really crisp, very light break, and resets right there. So I forget how much I got this for, but it is not that expensive, and comes with a lot bang for your buck. You can put optic on there, extended mag release, great trigger, and even if you wanted to just run it as iron sights, you pick up on that white dot super quick. So really cool gun. I like this a lot. That's it for the semi-auto 9mm. Last semi-auto I have is this bad boy right here, the Gearson MC 1911. This one is chambered in 45 ACP, 8-round mag, and you see I got the big old comp on there. These grips did not come with it. These are VZ grips. I think it looks really cool in this setup here. Trigger on it is very nice, and you can see it's still not loaded. Very nice trigger, resets super quick. I just like the two-tone on it, you know. I like the color. Front end restorations, 3-dot white sights. This thing is pretty cool. Also, not expensive at all. So if you want to get into a 1911 for not too much, Gearson might be something to look into. I have not had a single problem with it yet. And this thing shoots fireballs. Very fun gun to shoot. So there's that. Moving on to the revolvers. Here we have a Ruger Wrangler, chambered in .22 long rifle. So this is a single action only. And you can see these tiny little holes for the cylinder. Flick open the loading gate like any other single action. Put one in at a time. And you're going to have to cock the hammer back each time. This one has the firing pin inside the receiver there. It's not on the hammer. I don't know if these are real wood grips. I don't think so. I'm not sure. But they're cool. They look good. This is a fun plinking gun to shoot. You see the groove in the frame and then the front blade. This is a fun gun to shoot. Fun plinker. If you want to feel like a cowboy without having to shoot 45 long Colt. So there's that. Moving on, this is the first revolver I ever bought, and it's really dirty. This is a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus. I'll show you. It's empty. Plus, it's got the 7-round cylinder. And this thing's gorgeous. I got it mainly because I liked how it looked. I got it because it was chambered in .357 Magnum, which means I could also put the cheaper and less crazy to shoot .38 special rounds through it. And just look at it. It's beautiful. I like how it's, to me this looks very balanced. It's like the barrel is not too long, not too short. Frame's a good size, and the grip, it's got a Hogue styled rubberized grip, so it's very comfortable. Easy to use. Everything's right where you need it. It's just really, I love this thing. I think it's worth every single penny. Oh yeah. It's got the red blade on the front, U-notch on the rear sight. Yeah. This is a sweet revolver. So here's that. Next two are going to be two more Smith & Wesson revolvers. This one is in .38 special. And this was a hand-me-down from my grandpa to my dad to me. And this one shoots really good too. It's got a thinner, very smaller grip on there. Single and double action, and you do have the firing pin on the hammer. Still works very good. Smith & Wesson. You can see it's a little worn. It's got some age on it. This thing is sweet though. Good shooter here. I forget the model, but this is definitely a cool gun to shoot, and it'll stay in the family for sure. I think most of these guns will stay in the family. Here's another one. I think he said this was a model 66. This one is .357. But you can also shoot your .38s through it. 6-round cylinder. This one does have really good looking wood grips on it. Again, this is one of those that I think look balanced in like how the sizing, the barrel to the frame, to the grip, everything. This one does also have the firing pin on the hammer. Double single action. Very cool. And this one is also a hand-me-down, like I said. This one will stay in the family. Very pretty gun. Last one. This was my newest purchase. The Ruger New Vaquero. This is the Bisley version. And this one is in .45 long Colt. Unlike more traditional single action revolvers, this one you just flip the loading gate open. You don't need to half cock it. Yeah. And you see that big old hole there. .45 long Colt. So I did just shoot a couple rounds through this recently, and it is a good shooter. The Bisley version means it comes with an upgraded trigger, the downswept hammer, and this different grip angle. So more traditionally, bring the other one out. The difference in the grip angle is quite noticeable, especially at the bottom here. This is a lot more vertical. This one kind of sweeps back forward. So this is a much more neutral feeling, straight up and down grip, which makes it much easier, in my opinion, to handle the recoil, much easier to work everything, especially with the hammer being swept down. You can easily just get to that hammer. This is a very pretty gun. Probably won't shoot it too often, but this thing is sweet. Firing pin is not on the hammer. You can see it's got the frame cutouts for the sights. Yeah. This thing is sweet. It's a good shooter. So that's going to do it for the pistol part of the collection video. We're already getting on 20 minutes. So we'll split this into two. Next video for the collection will be the rifles, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.